Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tanisha Breidenbach, and today is Wednesday, March 6th. Here's today's UCF Nightly News Update. UCF PD released the incident report regarding an attempted purse snatching yesterday. On Monday, a student reported an unknown male trying to snatch her purse while walking through Garage H. The student said the attempt wasn't successful and the male fled the scene immediately after. The student described the suspect as a white male about 5'9" with a thin build and dark blonde hair. This investigation is still ongoing. We will update you as more information comes out. As always, UCF PD advises students to be aware of their surroundings and to never hesitate when contacting law enforcement. The Florida Board of Governors is looking to fill vacant spots on multiple universities' Board of Trustees. According to a press release, the BOG is accepting applications to fill seats at 9 universities starting January 6, 2020. There is currently one vacancy for the remainder of a term at UCF. The term ends on January 6, 2021. The BOG chair Ned Lochtenbach says it is critical that all trustees are committed to overseeing their institutions with attention and rigor. Applications can be submitted directly to the Board of Governors. Florida Congressman Ted Deutsch filed 4 new federal bills that address gun violence in America. Congressman Deutsch introduced the National Firearms Amendment Act, which prohibits semi-automatic rifles that accept a detachable magazine. Deutsch reintroduced a bill to increase the minimum age requirement to purchase any firearm, including shotguns or rifles, from 18 to 21. Deutsch also reintroduced the assault weapons ban, which bans the sale, manufacture, or possession of any military-style assault weapons. UCF March for Our Lives founder Trevor Wild says the congressman's bill is a step in the right direction.
We are proud of our congressman down in Florida, Congressman Deutsch, to sponsor that at the federal level and to bring those tools that save countless lives to everybody in the country.
March for Our Lives promotes gun reform legislations through marches and events. The new bills filed are being reviewed by House committees. As SGA voting is winding down after 3 long days of campaigning, the tally of how many students voted for SGA president and vice president is getting noticed. Nightly News' Haley Rowland takes a look at the number of students who wanted their voices heard.
Hey, do you want to vote real quick?
Campaign volunteers are asking this.
It takes 2 seconds.
As many ways as they can. And some students are taking the time to vote for a new SGA president and vice president when there isn't a technical glitch.
Worst case scenario, I have my laptop and I'll just do it inside. I promise. I promise.
While dozens and dozens of students are walking past these tents, current President Josh Bologna says there's a reason people should be voting.
Ultimately, president and vice president is the voice of the students.
But there's also a reason why students aren't at the polls.
The students are still able to come out here and cast their vote for president or vice president, but what the volunteers behind me are saying is that they've been seeing a lack of voters because of the cold and the rain.
So far, the SGA Elections supervisor is tallying only a little over 5,000 votes for this election, a mere 8.1% of all of the enrolled students at UCF.
They're trying to stay indoors as much as possible. They don't want to be outside. I think that's why.
And potential voters are echoing this idea.
I'm not voting outside because it's really cold, so I'll probably just vote at home.
But volunteers are still holding out for more people.
So with the weather warming up now, it might be a little easier to grab some votes.
Reporting on campus at the Student Union, I'm Haley Rowland, UCF Nightly News.
Voting is open until 5 p.m. tonight, and the results of the election will be announced around 8 p.m. If there's a tie between any of the candidates, a runoff election will take place after the week of spring break. Tomorrow is senior night for the UCF men's basketball team, and one senior player got a certain surprise. UCF senior Taco Fall's mom is in Orlando for the first time in 6.5 years. Fall's mom was able to get a visa to come see him play for the first time in his collegiate career. Fall and the rest of the Knights will look to keep their momentum for tomorrow night's game against the 20th ranked Cincinnati Bearcats. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. The Central Florida Fair will be going on now till March 17th. The fair will have rides, a livestock auction, entertainment for both children and adults, and more. Students and teachers get free entry admission with a valid ID. Regular gate prices are $12 for adults and $7 for children. Gates open at 4 p.m. and close at 11 p.m. Now let's take a look at today's weather forecasts. The cold front is continuing throughout the day. Right now it's about 51 degrees, but the high is going to be 62. The sun will be making a nice and sunny appearance with no chance of rain. However, it is a bit windy out and the winds are coming from around the north about 10 miles per hour, so be sure to carry a light jacket. Tonight, expect the temperature to take a dip. There will be a low of 40 degrees. The winds will die down to around 5 miles per hour, so it'll be a nice chilly breeze outside. For tomorrow, the temperatures are going to warm up into the 70s. We're looking at a high of 72 degrees throughout the day. It'll still be breezy in the morning with winds around 5 miles per hour coming from the northeast. And by nighttime, we will have a low of 52 with no chance of rain. And that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching. Make sure to keep up with all that's happening throughout the week by following us on Twitter at UCF Nightly News. Also, make sure to tune in to our newscast on Fridays at 1 p.m. on Spectrum Channel 734 or on our YouTube page at UCF Nightly News. I'm Tanisha Breidenbach, and have a wonderful day.